Hello everybody. I promise on the Facebook I will make a video because a lot of people ask me, Dio, how can do this faster? How I can evolve more faster in the soul? How I can do things a little bit more faster? And there was another question comes in that like what we should do, how we can evolve much better. Another thing that happens is that right now I'm getting people who are like me, kind of like your soul vibration attracts your tribe. And today I talked to someone who I actually work with. I did inner healing in the soul with her, and today was the question that she has not only capability to receive healings, but also to send healings out to others. And here's that I'm going to be talking about today, that your evolution that you do inside of you, it has many things. It has many positions. And I want to give you a few tips of how you to evolve a little bit more faster, you to get yourself out of the stickiness, you to do anything. But before I even begin on talking on this subject, I want to give you one thing. I wrote this year and a half ago probably. Evolve has one law: to break all existing law and become a new law. But when it becomes a new law, then the new evolution comes in. You have to override that new law and move again. And it's a repeating cycles of laws or things that you think you understand it more and more. How to evolve in a soul and what triggers all this evolution. All this evolution is triggered somehow when your soul opens up, when you fed up with life, when you are fed up with the bullshit in your life. You had enough and you want something. You want something new, you want something better, you want a better life. I was joking to a lot of people, when personally that comes in, it's like, what do you guys want? Do you want a new job, new life, new car, a new wife? And they were all laughing at me, so you gotta be careful what you're saying. So here is, I'm gonna tell you those parts of you to evolve more faster. First of all, when you evolve as a soul, you start learning dynamics of the relationships. We had a lot of labels for those dynamics. That could be karmic relationship, divine partnership, soulmates, twin flames. This could be so many things out into it. Simply because when you awaken as a soul, you're looking for a partner to have that soul into it, or that love partnership awaken you and you start moving up. Now, the evolution does that when that begins inside of you as a soul, you start breaking those old patterns inside of you. You're breaking old laws. Like for instance, for the twin flames who are married, right away they're like, oh my gosh, I'm in love with this person. How can it be that much in love when I already have husband? You break that pattern of that. You understand that the real love is actually in the soul. And for a lot of the people who actually they're married, they understand this pattern. And over the time, that pattern is start breaking up on pieces until totally dissolve. Simply because you obey your soul needs, you don't obey anything else. This evolution has three major rules that you have to learn and you have to master it at all the time. Those are trust. You have to trust this path. You have to trust this way of life. You have to trust this journey. Okay? You have to surrender. It's like, okay, I'm giving up. I'm not holding to anything that it's old. Okay? You not hold on to it. You surrender to the situation the way it is. You basically, it's like, okay, I'll be cooperating. That's basically surrendering. It's you start willing to listen to the universe and doing what the universe does inside of your life. And that part right there helps you out. Now, the third part, it's let it go. That let it go, it's you actually does the action of actually you let it go of the old. That could be an old relationship. That could be old beliefs. That could be old energies. That could be anything that prevents you from evolution. So you're breaking all the existing laws that were probably made by the society. The worst part, it's men made laws about it, and those man-made laws, they're affecting so much the humanity, especially right now when we are awakening up. And these parts are breaking up on this evolution. But how to do it more faster? To do it more faster, you need to have a couple of things. One of these things is once you recognize the changes, once you recognize everything, you need the adaptation to the new. Your capability to adapt so quick, so fast, will help you to evolve more faster. Because the more you adapt it to the new, okay, the faster you're dropping the old and you move up. The more you hold on to something, even if that's your twin flame or your divine partner, if you hold on to them, you prevent yourself from going up. You need to understand that universe makes you happy, and the universe wants to make you happy. If a person who is under their control of ego, and at the current moment they cannot make you happy, you don't have to suffer. Okay? You are here to evolve on your own and yourself. Let go of that person who's got so much ego and let it go. Examples I can tell you so many. Married person who cheat on his wives and also have a twin flame. Go figure that part. You don't know where you're standing with that person. Okay? Or person who he comes in, he committed, he's already married, he's got a kid, he cannot stand the connection, he cannot understand the connection, he bolts out. 2-3 months he come back in. And this stuckiness, it's keep repeating simply because the situation is not worked out. The things has not been worked that out. It doesn't have these adaptations missing. Okay? On other cases, those are the people who they promise you something. Okay? People who are, yeah, I understand you're my twin, I'll call you, and they never call. Or the people who actually do the silent treatment. There are so many of them. The worst part of that on it is when they don't want to do anything with you, they don't tell you anything, and they trying to push you to be in a different relationship. And those are the people that you have to understand your journey, and you have to be brave enough to let it go of these people. Simply because a lot of the journeys within the twin flames, they get on a second relationship just because of that stupid reason, because they think that it's going away. You need to understand when you're in a soul relationships, you are in a soul relationships, And really you don't know who is your twin flame until you really, the divine doesn't set up your stage for union. Okay, it's not your time when you say it's a union. It is a divine time that has been set up. So there is a huge difference what do you do when it's a your time, and a huge difference what it is divine time. Okay, so some of the journeys involve a second marriage, or involve another relationship, simply because of not understanding of where you are, not adapting of what you are. Okay, a lot of the people, they're 24, 25 years, and they're like, well, I recognize you after 24, 25 years. Do you deserve for 24, 25 years to be in pain? No. Okay. The another part you need to understand, not all the twin flames they can be together. You need to accept the truth. You want to evolve faster? Accept the truth, move up, change yourself. Okay, you've been living in pain. What is that pain serving you? I mean, I want you to take a look at it personally inside of you. If you feel like you are so connected to the twin flame, you are so connected to the soulmate, to the divine partner, okay, and there is nothing going on inside of you. You've been like this for 3, 4, 5 years maybe, and you think that this thing will serve any purpose, and all of a sudden you find out that you are stuck. You can't fly, okay, simply because you hold on yourself. This is like a butterfly that it's tied up with a little tiny rope to this huge stone, and you try to lift it up. You're trying to fly, you won't fly. So the power of letting go of the situations that doesn't serve, it's a huge way you to evolve faster into these parts, because you have to look at everything as a position of a soul, because the soul vibrations can do magics, really healing magics out there. The soul to soul healing, it's something incredible. And for the people who actually have those capabilities, I found out that some of the people, they're able to do this, but simply because they're suffering so much, they've been down so much, for some reason they feel like not worthy, or they feel like it's not their time. And all of a sudden they contact me. It's like, I want to be taught, I want to be taught, I want to know what I need to do. If you're able to receive soul healing vibrations, and you healing your soul, and that helps you out, you already have capabilities not only to inbound as something comes into you, but you also to send out outbound of you as a soul vibrations to others and helping them out. And that is going to be a new change. That's going to be a new way of expressing your emotions. Because, for example, on the old way, you see someone is in a hospital and you go ahead and see him, you have that emotions inside of you. It triggers you. You feel that pain inside. Now, when you do the same thing with that person in a hospital, you will feel their soul pain, and you will be able to heal them. You will be able to touch them in the soul, and that will help him to heal the physical pain. But in order you to understand this, you have to do this. You have to break down your walls, your stuckiness, your way of looking to the things. So the adaptations to the new way, it's very important. Okay. The second thing, it's very important, is understanding the process of where you are. Understanding of where you're going, how you going into this, why you're going into this, why is all that stuff that goes on inside of you. Because all this that you do and you evolve as a soul has its purpose. You're not here, you're not just walking here just because of it. There is something you need to do. You always worry what do you need to do. You're not an awakened person, you're like, that soul stuff is not about me. Guess what? You need to evolve on something personal, something material. Good, the soul evolution is not for you. But when you are awakened soul, you need to understand where you are. You have to have these capabilities of adaptations. You to adapt to the new way of life. Let me tell you that as a soul, as an awakened soul, this will help you in your day-to-day activities. It will help you in your job. It will help you on your communication skills during the day. It will help you to understand better the people around you. You will be able to work with people around you, because when the people comes in and tell you something, now you feel what they say, but you also understand on soul level what they say, how important that is, how powerful that is. You will understand the people that even have so bad vibes about you. Okay? But the part is that you're going to be acting completely different, which is going to shock some of the people. Some of the people is going to be like, why you don't say something to this guy that was so bad? The soul says, universe, take care of it. And that is the part of evolution that you need to understand, Zoe. Your capabilities of navigating the journey are also another factor of how fast you're going to evolve as a soul. You will know when you reach a specific state, when it's pretty much the problems that occurs don't bother you. You don't get aggravated anymore. You're kind of like in a stable peace. Yeah, there is a little aggravation, you feel the anger, and then just right away up. It's like no anger. That thing doesn't work for me. Okay. Then if there is any issues comes up, your soul automatically start acting on it, and it's like, you know what, relax, things will be adjusted, they will be fixed. Somehow magically things got fixed. It is what it is. I wish I have the shirt, it is what it is. I had to put it on, but I washed it and shrinked up so much, so I just I'm gonna get me another one. It's a little bit bigger. It says, it is what it is. Another thing of your soul evolution, it's how much do you do your inner work? And what I'm saying, the inner work, it's how you facing yourself into the mirror, how honest you are to yourself when you look at yourself in the mirror. Are you able to be so honest with inside of you? A lot of the people will not evolve simply because they're afraid of talking to public. In order you to evolve as a soul, talking to public, it's kind of like a requirement. Okay? Because you're here to help people. This is not a secret agent job. I know everything, but you know what? I ain't saying anything. I'm not talking to nobody, and guess what? I'm not helping nobody. I know everything, you know, I'll do my, but I don't. You need to step out of this part of I'm a secret agent, I hide myself. You have to understand, when you awaken as a soul and you want to evolve in a soul evolution, you have to somehow come out and open. Once you break in that pattern of talking to others, or at least helping others, or you become a public speaker, or you become something, okay, that will put you straight up. Okay, the curve of success, it's a letter U. Okay, so you may have to go like this and then all of a sudden goes up. For some, if you become a public speaker, just go straight up like this. For some, it takes so much time until they build the courage, the energy, the part, so they can come out and they can become public speakers, they become a teachers, or they become a leaders on that. And that is the part when you become part of the universe, and the universe works with you. Okay. Another part that I really recommend you for you when you evolve, it's listen to your soul. Your soul knows how faster. It's because the soul says, well, this is pain, let it go. This is a problem, give it to the universe. This situation is no good for you. Don't worry about it, give it to the universe. You focus on what you can do for you, personally, what to do. Because there's gonna be some moments and times that even things they are not the way you think they are, all of a sudden the thing's gonna be shifted. And you're gonna be, since you're a surrendered soul, you're gonna be in the place where you need to be with whoever you need to be, not with whoever you want to be. And that is the part that of the soul evolution, is that you to get off of what you want. And this is one of the hardest parts. You will go through it, to let go of what you want. So your capabilities of reliving that part of what you want is crucial to your soul evolution. And the last part about how fast you want to go, this is working with others. How much you work with others, how much you're willing to help others, how much you devote to this part. Because you need to understand the devotion, it's very powerful when you decide as awakened soul helping others. The soul can do miracle things. A lot of the people, they don't understand this, what I'm talking about. But there is some few who already encounter that they understand those vibrations, and they understand that those vibrations are very powerful. Those vibrations does an amazing work. And the last thing, I use surrender as a soul to serve. Once you surrender as a soul to serve, things a little different in you. Things a little bit more powerful. You become that light inside. And that light, if there is a obstacles, if there is a walls, if there is a stuckiness, if there is a I can't, that light breaks in it. As the moment you say, I can't do this, the soul is like, okay, that's your lesson. We're gonna do it. And all of a sudden, when you say I can't, you end up in a situation that says, break that wall, break that limitation, break that box of I can't. And then you break that box, and the next time they give you a box, but little bigger. Same issue, same problem, but bigger. You break that one, and then you break another one, and break another one until you peel all the layers out of this. And the more you evolve, the faster you will break big, huge boxes. Not little ones like the beginning, but big, huge. And this is the part when you start doing this, you're gonna feel how the ego just peeling off. It get off of you. Your ego kind of like will die. And this is the moment when you understand how fast you will evolve. As faster you're breaking those limitations inside of you, as faster you will evolve in the soul. And with this, I'm gonna leave you. Whatever you do, though, whatever you do it with love. Okay? Try not to harm people. Try not to do things to people. Okay? Try not to go ahead and live things the bad way. You are a awakened soul. You understand things. And the only thing that's required for you is one thing. You to be loved. Looking forward for your comments.